welcome to New Hanover County Schools The Morning Show. I'm Renee Segda.
And I'm Airlie Ward. This is the week of October 20th through October 26th.
This week, our show is packed with personal finance tips useful to both the young and old. We'll cover budgeting and have some great ideas on how to have fun without spending money.
For instance, did you know small indulgences add up quickly? Spending $5 on lunch every weekday or $3 for a coffee doesn't seem like a ton of money at first, but think about it in the big picture. That's $25 on lunch each week and $15 on coffee. Each year that adds up to $1,300 on lunch and $780 on coffee. So pay attention and try to limit those small yet frequent purchases.
That's a great tip. And we'll have more as the show continues. We also have this year's first episode of The Buzz. Host Leah Schweigel reviews a brand new movie that you and your family may enjoy.
And we have a new episode of Green Revolution. This week, they take a look at electric vehicles.
It's going to be a fantastic show, but first let's check in with our news anchor, Victoria Chang. She's standing by with our first look at the Your School News headlines. Good morning, Victoria.
Good morning, Renee and Airlie, and welcome everyone to your school news here on The Morning Show. Topping the headlines this week, School System and Chamber Foundation holds second annual Walk in My Shoes event. Fifth annual Gifted Information Sessions and Advocacy Series kicks off. Trask Middle School students graduate from a great program. I will have all those stories and more coming up later in the show.
Thanks, Victoria. We get things going today with a staple here on The Morning Show with a segment we call This Week in History. Our Grand Master of Historical Knowledge has all the headlines from past times in This Week in History, brought to you by Kidsville News.
Welcome to This Week in History. I'm your historical host, Samantha Klein, covering all the colorful and amazing events that have left their mark on history's timeline. This is the week of October 20th through the 26th. October 20th, 1973. After 15 years of construction, the Sydney Opera House is dedicated by Queen Elizabeth II. The $80 million structure is famous for its geometric roof shells. It contains several large auditoriums and presents an average of 3,000 events a year to an estimated 2 million people. Today, the Opera House remains Sydney's best-known landmark. October 21st, 1967. In Washington, D.C., nearly 100,000 people gathered to protest the American war effort in Vietnam. More than 50,000 of the protesters marched to the Pentagon to ask for an end to the conflict. The protest was the most dramatic sign of waning U.S. support for the war in Vietnam. October 22nd, 1797. The first parachute jump of note is made by André Louquez Garnerin from a hydrogen balloon 3,200 feet above Paris. As he failed to include an air vent at the top of the prototype, Garnerin oscillated wildly in his descent, but he landed shaken but unhurt half a mile from the balloon's takeoff site. October 23rd, 1942. Author Michael Crichton is born in Chicago. During his final year of medical school, Crichton published The Andromeda Strain and decided to write full-time instead of practicing medicine. Many of his best-selling novels, including Jurassic Park, The Terminal Man, Congo, and The Great Train Robbery, became films. October 24th, 1901. A 63-year-old schoolteacher named Annie Edson Taylor becomes the first person to take the plunge over Niagara Falls in a barrel. Finally, your weekend history tidbits. October 25th, 1983. President Ronald Reagan, citing the threat posed to American nationals on the Caribbean nation of Grenada by that nation's Marxist regime, orders the Marines to invade and secure their safety. There were nearly 1,000 Americans in Grenada at the time, many of them students at the island's medical school. In little more than a week, Grenada's government was overthrown. October 26, 1825. The Erie Canal opens, connecting the Great Lakes with the Atlantic Ocean via the Hudson River. Governor DeWitt Clinton of New York The driving force behind the project, led the opening ceremonies, and rowed the canal boat Seneca Chief from Buffalo to New York City. That's This Week in History, your ultimate source for those key moments in time. I'm Samantha Klein. Thanks for stopping by.
This Week in History is brought to you by Kidsville News, a fun and effective learning resource for children, teachers, and parents. It features school news, information, and local community events while promoting literacy and the development of good reading habits, character traits, and study skills in young children. And Kidsville News is always free. Copies are delivered every month to every elementary school in the New Hanover County school system.
And join us again next time for another journey through time as we explore the fun, fascinating, entertaining, and educational facts that make up This Week in History.
Now don't go away. We'll be right back.
New Hanover County is growing once again. The linchpin of our community, our schools, is bulging at the seams. The November school bond will help curb those growing pains. It will fund the building of a new elementary school in the northern part of the county and rebuild 2 older, overcrowded elementary schools. The November bond will improve security across the district for every child and every school. It will fund repairs and renovations to both high schools and middle schools. Funds from the bond will also improve technology infrastructure across the district. For more information on the November school bond, visit the school system's website at www.nhcs.net. Remember, it's our schools, our community, our future.
Every trip, every time.
California, here I come!
Buckle up so you and your friends get home safely.
I must scream it to the world from the top of someplace very high.
Seatbelts save lives.
Okay.
Visit NHTSA.gov.
Low and slow. My best friend, what are you gonna do?
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation and the Ad Council.
That is spectacular advice.
Welcome back to the morning show. I'm Renee Segda.
And I'm Airlie Ward. We continue today's show with a few financial tips for saving money.
Having money in a savings account can give you a sense of security and feeling of confidence when facing those tough financial times. But how much should you save? Experts agree that you should save 10% of your income. This will put you ahead of the curve, and it's a great way to prepare for emergencies.
So when it comes to saving money, here are a few easy-to-do tips. Buy things with cash, not credit. People spend about 15% more when they use credit cards to make purchases. Simply paying with cash is one way to cut back on spending.
Use coupons only on items you already plan to buy. If you buy an item because you have a coupon, you are spending more than you would be saving without the coupon.
And finally, save up to buy big items. Putting a big item on your credit card is far easier. However, saving up and buying it means you get to keep all the interest you would have shelled out to the credit card company.
If you're looking to do something but save money at the same time, our next segment has several wonderful ideas. Here's how to have fun without spending money.
Hello everyone! It's easy to spend a lot of money on a night out or for an entertaining activity. These days, the price of 2 movie tickets with snacks can break the bank. What many of you may not know is that there is still a lot of ways to have fun without spending money. The first thing you should do is look at community resources. There are all types of fun activities for you to partake in. Here are just a few community resources you should look into. Think you have to drive out of town to catch a concert? Think again. From the beaches to Mayfair to downtown, Wilmington is packed with great local and visiting musicians performing free or low-cost concerts. Our areas also host countless festivals no matter what season it is. From cultural fairs to food and drink, most weeks you can find a free family fun festival. The Cape Fear area is also blessed with many museums and galleries. Along with all the big galleries you've probably heard of, take time to visit some of the smaller local galleries around town. Many of them are low cost and free. In addition, all the big galleries have free days throughout the year. Another great resource in our area are the local parks and jogging trails. Along with the many activities at each park in town, you can have great fun learning to rollerblade or ride a bike. You can also be a tourist in your own town. New Hanover has dozens of wonderful tourist attractions, and just because you live here doesn't mean you should miss out. Try going in the off-season if you want to avoid crowds. Also, keep in mind, like the museums and galleries, many of these attractions offer free days. Other community resources to tap into include community swimming pools, community centers, exercise classes. To find all the local events and happenings, there are many magazines giving free copies at grocery stores, or you can check event calendars online by Googling Wilmington, North Carolina events. You can also have fun in your own backyard. Gather your friends and family and enjoy one of these entertaining activities. A meaningful trip can be a leisurely walk around the neighborhood. Look for things in nature, like playing squirrels, unique lawn objects, or shapes within the clouds. Turn your backyard into a campground. Invite friends over, create a fire, and enjoy s'mores as you sleep under the stars without leaving home. On rainy days, sit around telling stories and catching up while you play board and card games. If you want something new, try changing the rules and being creative as you can reimagine your favorite games. And if you're looking for a cheap way to find games, search thrift stores and yard sales, which is also another fun and free activity. One fun activity that is always good, plan a movie night. Invite several friends over and make it an experience. Dim the lights, pop some popcorn, indulge in nachos or whatever your favorite movie theater treat is, and have fun. These days, you don't even have to leave your home to rent a movie. You could do it online or through your cable box. The local library also has a vast movie collection which is free to check out. And that brings us to our last resource, your local library. Along with all these movies, the library has music, computers, and many great materials for you to browse through and check out, not to mention all the books. Be sure to stop in the next time you're looking for something to do. The next time you're looking for something fun to do, try one of these ideas and you might be surprised how satisfying they are. Having fun usually isn't about things, but the people you're with, so enjoy the company of your friends and family while you save money at the same time. I'm Jamie Stauffer. Now back to our hosts.
Thank you, Jamie. Those are some great ideas.
I never thought about being a tourist in my own town. That sounds like fun.
I like the idea of a free movie rentals at the library. I've heard they have a big collection of movies. I'll have to check that out.
Me too. For now, let's send it over to the news desk for more Your School News with Victoria Chang.
Good morning and welcome to Your School News on the Morning Show. I'm Victoria Chang. Our top story this week. New Hanover County Schools and the Wilmington Chamber Foundation invited over 150 Wilmington community leaders to participate in the second annual Walk in My Shoes. The goal of the program is for community leaders to see the needs of the schools and how they are successful in the face of these needs. We get this report on the event from Dylan Grace.
Roughly 10 schools across New Hanover County opened their doors to help community leaders from county government, local businesses, and higher education to learn directly what it takes to run and operate an area school. It was all part of New Hanover County Schools' second annual Walk in My Shoes program.
It's an opportunity for the community to come in and see what happens in the school. Everyone's gone to school and they have a picture of what school's about, but school has changed so much over the last 10, 15, 20 years. We want these folks to come in and see what's really going on in our classrooms. Find out for themselves what it's like to be in that classroom with a teacher every day. See what kind of buildings our students are in, see what's going on in those classrooms.
Walk in My Shoes is a new program developed by the Wilmington Chamber Foundation and New Hanover County Schools. This special event was held in conjunction with American Education Week and was designed to increase awareness about the successes and needs of our schools.
The students and the teachers really have an extraordinary relationship and bond working together, that they utilize their space amazingly. including hall space and walls put up between classrooms, and I didn't know all that.
The 2014 Walk in My Shoes program served as an opportunity for community leaders to tour the schools and meet school district leaders, including teachers, principals, assistant principals, and central office staff. Those who participated from across the county learned firsthand about New Hanover County Schools' many outstanding points of pride, as well as saw the needs and challenges that the schools face every day.
I didn't expect to see the footprint that I see and the space utilization. I expected to see regular classrooms and children in the classrooms rather than to have, instruction taking place in open spaces, and very well utilized and well done, but still not what we look at for education today.
A community thrives when its school system thrives. This event was an excellent opportunity for business leaders and local officials to visit classrooms to get a true picture of public education in action. Students benefited when business leaders took time to share their knowledge and resources. The collective efforts of parents, teachers, principals, school administrators, and business and community leaders proves that public education does work. Reporting for Your School News, this is Dylan Grace.
In partnership with the Watson College of Education, New Hanover County Schools presented the 5th annual series of gifted information sessions and advocacy for the parents and caregivers of gifted children. These sessions focus on the characteristics, needs, support strategies, and enrichment opportunities for gifted learners.
The goal of tonight's meeting is to work with the gifted families in our community with the gifted information sessions and advocacy. And we do 4 sessions each year, and we invite different presenters or have different topics based on the interest of our participants. This is for all schools in New Hanover County, and each session is targeted at a different age group. And this evening session will be working with elementary and middle school students.
For this kickoff event of the school year, Dr. Rick Courtwright of the Duke University Talent Identification Program, also known as Duke TIP, was the keynote speaker. Duke TIP is a nonprofit organization dedicated to serving academically gifted and talented youth. As a world leader in gifted and talented education, Duke TIP works with students, their families, and educators to identify, recognize, challenge, engage, and help students reach their highest potential. The next 2 gifted information sessions will be held on January 12th at 6 p.m. and May 18th at 6 p.m. Both sessions will be at the Dale K. Spencer Complex. New Hanover County Schools will host a series of community meetings in October to inform the public about the education bond referendum that voters will consider on November 4th. All meetings are designed for citizens to learn more about the need for the bond so that they may make informed decisions when voting. The first community meeting will be held Tuesday, October 28th through 5 p.m. through 7 p.m. at Blair Elementary, 6510 Market Street. Thursday, October 30th, 5 p.m. through 7 p.m. at Myrtle Grove Middle School, 901 Pioneer Road. All of these meetings are free and open to the public. For more information, please call the NHCS Public Relations Department at 910-254-4245. For all of the latest on New Hanover County Schools, join us weekdays at 5:30 p.m. here on Time Warner Cable Channel 5 and Charter Cable Channel 191 for Your School News, a complete half hour of all the latest news and information from New Hanover County Schools. Now back to our hosts.
Thanks, Victoria. There are so many tips and ideas on how to save money, but step 1 should always be to create a budget. Budgets tell you how much you have to spend, where you need to spend it, and can be used to track your spending. Creating a budget does not have to be hard or complicated. To get you started, we have a special segment of Money Smarts. Here is Mosley Performance Learning Center business education teacher Robert Smith to talk to us about budgeting.
Budgeting is one of the most important things you can do for yourself. For many people, the word budget has a negative connotation, but you should try to think of it as a means for financial success instead of financial handcuffs. No matter how much you make a year, budgeting helps you control your money and keeps it from controlling you. The first step is to figure out what you usually spend a lot of money on. Even if you think you know where all your cash is going, you would probably be surprised by how much of your money is going to small expenditures each month. For example, in 1 year, your daily cup of coffee could add up to $550. Your 5-day-a-week lunch takeout could add up to $2,600. If you're a smoker, your 2 packs of cigarettes a day can add up to over $3,200. With these 3 seemingly small daily purchases, you have suddenly spent over $6,300 that you could have been saving or investing to earn interest. Creating a budget doesn't have to be difficult. You can choose to do it by hand or use one of the many types of financial software available online or through your bank. These computer programs can make budgeting a lot easier by making graphs and reports less of a hassle. Many banks even offer personal finance software for free. You can do a basic comparison of budget versus expenses by category or enter more detailed information like assets, liabilities, and investments. Whether you choose to use online software or old-school paper and pencil, the most important thing is that you plan your financial future by budgeting. For Money Smarts, I'm Richard Smith, business teacher at Mosley Performance Learning Center.
Now don't go away. This rip-roaring edition of the morning show will continue right after this break. But before we go, we have our trivia question of the day. Today we have been discussing finance, and our trivia question revolves around credit cards.
At some point, everyone is offered a credit card and almost everyone has one. Having a credit card is not necessarily a bad thing. However, not managing your credit card, paying off your balances, and paying just the minimum payment can lead to financial ruin.
With all the credit cards out there, Americans have totaled quite a debt. Today, our trivia question asks, what is the average credit card debt per household in America? A, $3,270, B, $5,560, C, $7,070, or D, $10,110.
We'll have the answer when we return.
This is Lands and People, your passport to the world. The Republic of Angola is found on the western coast of southern Africa. The country's chief agricultural products are bananas, coffee, and sugarcane. While its major products are diamonds, iron ore, and phosphates, most of the population belong to various Bantu groups. Angola's capital is Luanda, and primary language is Portuguese. This has been Lands and People, your passport to the world.
Welcome back to the morning show. Today we have been talking about personal finances, and a big part of that for many Americans includes a credit card.
Many Americans have had a credit card before their first job, and managing credit card debt can be a real challenge.
Today our trivia question focuses on credit card debt and asks, what is the average credit card debt per household in America? A, $3,270, B, 5,560, C, 7,070, or D, 10,110? And the correct answer is C. The average credit card debt per household is $7,070. That is the total credit card debt divided by every household in the country.
However, only 47% of American households are indebted. The average credit card debt of each of those households is $15,250.
The total credit card debt of everyone combined is $850 billion. It is the third largest source of household debt after mortgages and school loans.
Remember, credit cards can be useful and are almost required in some circumstances, but you must always be aware of the danger they also pose if not used correctly. Interest adds up quickly and can cripple your finances for years.
Try to keep little or no balance on your credit card. Every dollar you do not spend on credit card interest is $1 more you can put towards bills or savings.
Shifting gears now, we feature an edition of the award-winning Green Revolution. This series takes a look at the new ways science and technology can provide the necessary foundation for our future in a world powered by clean energy. Coming up with better ways to get where we need to go and power the lives we live requires creativity, ingenuity, and hard work. Host Lisa Van Pay visits the scientists and engineers working to make the electric car of the future a reality today.
What are you looking for in your next automobile? Design, luxury, performance.
What about something with lower emissions that's better for the environment?
Faster, sleeker, and greener. Meet today's new breed of electric car.
Electric vehicles have been around for a long time, at least as long as cars with internal combustion engines. But one of the big problems early electric cars faced then is still with us today. How do you haul around enough stored energy to get where you need to go? Most cars carry potential energy in the form of fuel, but electric cars depend on the energy you can store in a battery. Think about a rechargeable battery. Usually when you get it, it's dead. All the ions and electrons inside are comfortable and exactly where they want to be. But then you change the situation. You charge it. Electricity makes the lithium ions move from one part of the battery to another by changing which material the lithium wants to hang out with. This is like if you push a boulder up a hill or pull back the arm of a mousetrap, except the electricity is doing the work for you. All these systems are now full of potential energy, just waiting to be released. The electrons have to move across the external circuit to get where they want to go, because only the lithium ions can move through the electrolyte. And when the electrons move, the lithium ions move too, back to where they started. We can use this back and forth, keep charging and discharging the battery for quite a while, but not forever. Researchers are working hard to develop batteries that have plenty of power, short charge time, long life, and improved safety.
My project focuses more on making safer batteries. Everybody knows that lithium-ion batteries are very powerful, and that's what makes them desirable for, cameras and cell phones. When you make a powerful battery that's big enough to power a car, it's dangerous, and the components inside have the potential to catch fire or explode even. Most lithium-ion batteries contain a great deal of cobalt, but this material contains no cobalt.
And
cobalt is
a
toxic.
heavy metal and very bad.
Yeah. It's toxic for the environment and dangerous for people.
So that's what you working on those different kinds of materials that go into the batteries?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Over at MIT, a team of engineers has replaced the gasoline engine in this classic sports car with an electric motor. Who says science can't have style?
This is our Porsche 914 electric vehicle. It's run by pure battery electric power. and you use an electric motor to drive. This car is better than gasoline cars because it runs off pure electricity with zero emissions, meaning it's a lot cleaner and a lot more environmentally friendly. So an electric car is very simple. It has a battery to power the motor and an electric motor to turn the wheels. Additionally, there's a charger to recharge the batteries. That's pretty much all there is to an electric car.
So instead of stopping at a gas station after you've been driving around all day, you come home and just plug in your car, like you do with your cell phone when it's running low. But the thing is, you're charging your car with electricity from our national power grid. And right now, that grid is fed by energy sources that aren't so clean. Even so, electric vehicles are still lower in emissions and more efficient energy users than combustion-powered cars.
We were able to get the equivalent of 164 miles per gallon. Well, for average driving between the city and the highway, you'd expect about 100 miles for one charge. Depending how you drive, you can get a lot more than that or a lot less. With the charger that's built in, it takes about 12 hours, so it would charge overnight.
Wait, I have to leave my car plugged in for 12 hours before it's fully charged? Isn't there a faster way?
We're currently exploring rapid recharge as an option as opposed to charging overnight. The idea being that you can charge your car overnight like any other electric car, but also charge it in 10 minutes if you need to go on a long distance trip. Go home after driving around 50 miles, charge the car the rest of the way, and drive the next day. But if you need to go on a long distance trip, say from New York to Boston, you can drive 200 miles, stop for 10 minutes and recharge and continue on your way.
Rapid recharge isn't the only option for speeding up the charge process. One company is going a different route entirely, building battery switching stations to get you back on the road in less time than it takes to fill up your gas tank. As concerns for the environment and rising prices of fossil fuels continue, we're going to see lots more electric cars hitting the road, in all kinds of models and sizes. Who knows? Thanks to improving technologies, someday all our cars might be sleek, shiny, and electric. And as we shift more and more to renewable energy sources, driving to the mall will get cleaner and greener.
Because you shouldn't have to compromise your conscience for cool.
Now if you'd like to watch this video again or learn more about the electric cars, you can visit the website www.nsf.gov/greenrevolution.
All right, it's time now for this week's lunch menu. This is the menu for Monday, October 20th through Monday, October 26th.
On Monday, October 20th, have a nice school-cooked meal of chicken Alfredo with a breadstick or scrumptious French bread pizza. Accompany your meal with garden peas, glazed sweet potatoes, a garden salad, and delicious mixed fruit.
Then, on Tuesday, October 21st, take your tongue on an Italian journey with delicious spaghetti and meatball with a breadstick or a chicken cheese steak. Get your belly cheering with joy by adding lima beans, an exquisite garden salad, and fresh fruit.
On Wednesday, October 22nd, get over that old midweek hump with your choice of either barbecue chicken with a biscuit or cheesy breadsticks. Finish the meal off with sweet potato puffs, a garden salad, and diced peaches.
On Thursday, October 23rd, satisfy your need to feed with chicken dippers and egg rolls and fried rice, or a pork barbecue rib sandwich. Side items include oriental vegetables, garden salad, and fresh fruit.
Then, on Friday, October 24th, end the week on a high note and chow down on fish nuggets or macaroni and cheese. Stay healthy by pilling on a dinner roll, tomato and cucumber salad, garden salad, and enjoy a tasty apple crisp for dessert.
Finally, on Monday, October 27th, sit down for a wonderful meal of either chicken parmesan or corn puppies. Side items include sweet potato waffle fries, a garden salad, and applesauce.
And there you have the lunch meal for the week.
Don't forget, you can also start your day off with a healthy and hearty breakfast at school.
In our next segment, host Leah Schwagel returns with The Buzz. The Buzz is our entertainment report covering books, movies, music, and video games. This week, Leah takes a look at a newly released family film and will help you decide if it's a must-see or a must-leave fee.
Good morning and welcome to The Buzz. I'm your host, Leah Schwagel. The fall is here and the summer movie blockbusters have passed, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't forget about going to the movies when you're looking for a fun family activity. Today, I have a great family feature coming out soon that you should put on your must-see list. The movie I am talking about is none other than Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. The movie was based on the popular children's book going by the same name, however seems to have a slightly different storyline. The book was all about one boy and his horrible day, while the movie, and in the classic Disney style, is about a family's horrible day. Will the movie be good? Looking at the trailer, it looks to be another fun family movie, but with such a prestigious cast, it might be superb. The actors are the famous Steve Carell, playing the role of Ben Cooper, who is Alexander's father, Jennifer Garner as Kelly Cooper's Alexander's mother, and of course, there's Alexander Cooper, played by Ed Oxenbould. Several other famous comedic actors round out the supporting cast, including Dick Van Dyke, Megan Mullally, and Jennifer Coolidge. Along with Alexander and his parents are his three siblings, Anthony, Emily, and baby Trevor. Like the title states, the movie starts with Alexander having a terrible day. However, the rest of his family is having a superb time. He soon begins to wonder if it is only him. However, then everything changes. Each member of his upbeat family begins to have a very bad day at the same time, and the comedy ensues. The main focus of critics has been disappointment that the trailer seems to stray so far from the book. One critic stated, "This looks like it could have been called just Bad Day without any connection to the book, and it'd have been the same movie." So fan of the book beware, while fans of the comedy be optimistic. This movie looks to entertain and should be good fun for the whole family. But that's all for today's Buzz. Check back next month as I take another look at what's hot and what's not in the world of entertainment. I'm Leah Schwagel, back to you.
Thanks, Leah. What do you think, Renee? Do you want to see that movie?
Oh, definitely, Airly. It looks like it's going to be hilarious. What about you?
I don't know. I might wait for it to come out on DVD.
All right. Now as we head into the break, here is our feature on an important philosopher, Aristotle.
This segment was written, produced, and edited by Laney High School senior Heather Jensen.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Aristotle, the Greek philosopher, was born around the year of 384 BC in Stygia, Greece. When he was just 17, he enrolled in Plato's, a famous philosopher and scientist's academy. He was tutor to Alexander the Great and eventually founded his own school where he spent the rest of his life studying, writing, and teaching. Aristotle states that well-being is not the pursuit of pleasure but of good. He stated that the best way to live was to live the life of philosophy and contemplation. Aristotle thought that the ultimate reality was knowable through experience. It resides in objects that are physical, and his writings were based off of many first-hand observations and experiences. Aristotle used souls to identify the living. He set a sort of hierarchy in which plants had the lowest kinds of souls, animals had a higher kind because of their ability to feel, and humans had the highest because of their ability to rationalize and reason. Aristotle defined nature as natural things that have an internal source of movement. The golden mean was Aristotle's most popular contribution. He stated that the golden mean was when you stay between two extremes, neither in excess nor in a deficiency. This way of living helps you find a moderate place between two extremes. This makes you morally right. He described deficiency as cowardly and excess as recklessness. He thought the golden mean was the balance needed in life. Friendship to Aristotle was the most important virtues in achieving happiness. He said friendship fulfills our emotional natures by enjoying the friendship which combines pleasure and virtue together. In the Middle Ages, Aristotelian philosophy became the official philosophy of the Roman Catholic Church, and they took every word of his teachings to heart, except when it contradicted the Bible. Aristotle is generally regarded as one of the most influential ancient thinkers in a number of philosophical fields, including political theory.
Each year, thousands are senselessly killed by people with no criminal record at all. People like you.
Lace up the cleats, put on the pads, and tape up those ankles. The football edition of Sports Roundtable is back for its 15th season on the Learning Network. I'm Marty Fuhrer. If you're a high school football fan, then join me for Sports Roundtable. We'll feature the area's most in-depth look at local 4A gridiron action. From a strong defense to an explosive offense, we spotlight it all on Sports Roundtable. Each week, you'll get a first-hand account of all the plays from New Hanover County Schools' 4 head football coaches. So don't miss the Sports Roundtable, Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. right here on the Learning Network. Sports Roundtable is made possible with the support of Papa John's Pizza.
Welcome back to the morning show. I'm Renee Segda and my co-host is Airlie Ward. It's time for NC Happenings. Everyone should get out their pens and paper as we take a trip across the state and look at all the events taking place in the coming month.
Whether you're looking for adventure or relaxation, mountains or beaches, the rhythm of city life or the tranquility of nature, there is something happening for everyone here in North Carolina.
Date, November 1st and 2nd. Place, Weldon. Event, 7th Annual Roanoke River Rumble. Have a thrilling time as you paddle down the Roanoke River and listen to bluegrass music. Coffee and food will be provided in the morning as well as at lunch. On Saturday, the event starts at 8 a.m. and ends at 3 p.m. On Sunday, the event starts at 9 a.m. and ends at noon. Admission is $30. For any questions, call 252-365-2011.
Date, November 1st. Place, Elizabeth City. Event, First in Flight Festival Candy Drop. Add to your Halloween candy as a restored 1945 Douglas C-54 drops candy on parachutes to everyone waiting below. The event starts at 9 a.m., ends at noon, and the admission is free, so everyone should come by. For any questions, go to ecfirstinflight.com.
Date, November 11th. Place, Goldsboro. Event, Veterans Day Parade. Honor the men and women who have served in our armed forces as a Veterans Day Parade held in the streets of Goldsboro. The parade will start at 11 a.m. and will continue until 1 p.m. Admission is free and everyone is welcome. For any questions, call 919-735-4959.
Date, November 12th through November 16th. Place, Wilmington. Event, Cucaloris Film Festival. Come to one of the biggest film festivals in the state. Enjoy a variety of films from documentaries to full-length movies as people from all over flock to Wilmington. Films for all ages are available and occur all throughout the festival, so check www.cucaloris.org for showtimes and prices.
Date, November 22nd. Place, Clemens. Event, Festival of Lights. Be amazed by the Light Festival at Tanglewood Park. The light show has over 1 million lights and shows both fairy tale stories and holiday themes. The show is open from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. and will continue until the new year. Admission is free, so everyone should come.
If these events weren't enough for you, or you were looking for something different to do, then check out the website www.visitnc.com. Under the Upcoming Events tab, you'll be able to sort and search for something that suits your needs.
It's time now for more Your School news on the morning show. Let's check it back over to our news anchor, Victoria Chang.
Thank you, Renee and Airly, and welcome everyone to Your School News here on the morning show. Trask Middle School students graduated from their gang-resistant education and training last week. The ceremony was held in the gym and featured keynote speakers with the New Hanover County Sheriff's Department. GREAT is an evidence-based and effective gang and violence prevention program built around school-based, law enforcement officer-instructed classroom curricula.
We learn not to be in gangs and how to resist it and how to say no to drugs and bad things.
It's been a good program because we can actually learn how to stay out of bullying, not to do drugs, and help other kids in need of being out of bullying.
The middle school gang-resistant education and training program consists of a competency-based life skills curriculum designed to produce knowledge and attitude and behavior changes through the use of easy lessons, positive behavior rehearsal, cooperative and interactive learning techniques, and extended teacher activities. It is designed to provide students with the skills they need to avoid gang pressure and youth violence. 3 New Hanover County School students have been named Commended Students in the 2015 National Merit Scholarship Program by the National Merit Scholarship Corporation. The 2015 Commended Students are Aisling Henahan and Megan Ogercock from Hoggard and Jessie Belliner Sachs from New Hanover. Commended students placed among the top 5% of more than 1.5 million students who entered the 2015 competition by taking the 2013 preliminary SAT/National Merit Scholarship qualifying test. Finally, Lauren Rattenkrantz with the WECT Weather News team came out to Castle Hayne Elementary to talk with second graders about weather and the life of a meteorologist. Lauren talked to the students about clouds. She told the students that clouds are a large collection of very tiny droplets of water or ice crystals. The droplets are so small and light that they can float in the air. Students were amazing to learn that low pressure areas, cold fronts, and even the jet stream can all bring different types of weather to Wilmington. Ms. Rattenkrantz told the Castle Hayne students that her job as a weather forecaster is to predict what the weather will be like in an hour, tomorrow, or next week. That weather forecasting involves a combination of computer models, observations, and a knowledge of trends and patterns. By using these methods, reasonable, accurate forecasts can be made up to 7 days in advance. The Castle Hayne students had a blast. That's all for now. To watch this week's edition of Your School News online, visit the school system's website at www.nhcs.net and click on the NHCS TV logo on the homepage. Now back over to Renee and Airly.
Thanks, Victoria. Now to end today's show, we have an exciting morning game show which will test our personal finance knowledge.
That's right. We are rejoined by Victoria, who will tell us all the rules for our game, Manage Your Money.
Today's game is fairly simple. You need to manage your money by answering finance questions. You will each get $5,000 to start with. If you answer your question right, I will add $1,000 to your total. If you get it wrong, it will cost you $1,000. The runs will rotate back and forth. Now here's the twist. If you get it wrong, your opponent has a chance to capitalize on your blunder. They have to answer the question. If they get it right, they gain $500, but if they get it wrong, they lose $500. All right, do we all understand the rules? We flipped a coin during the break, and Airly, you will get to answer the first question. Okay. Which of the following is the best place to set funds aside for surprise expenditures? A, the stock market, B, your regular checking account, C, a savings account, or D, ownership of real estate? Airly?
Can you repeat the question?
Which of the following is the best place to set funds aside for surprise expenditures? A, the stock market, B, your regular checking account, C, a savings account, or D, ownership of real estate?
Savings account, maybe?
You are correct.
Yay.
Okay. Now, Renee, when should you begin saving your money? A, right away, B, as soon as you finish high school, C, when you reach retirement, or D, around the age of 30?
I'd have to say A, right away.
You are correct. Now, Airly, if you want to avoid financial anxiety, it would be wise to gradually increase the outstanding balance on your credit cards to the credit limit. True or false?
False.
You're correct. Okay, now to Renee. You should invest using borrowed money. True or false?
False.
You are correct. Okay. And now to Airly. A couple that is currently renting but is thinking about a move to another city in the near future should A, buy if they can arrange a monthly mortgage payment less than their current rent. B, continue renting because the real estate is not easily convertible into cash and costly to buy and sell. C, buy because real estate will always increase in value. Or D, continue renting because rental payments are tax deductible, but mortgage interest payments are not.
B.
You're correct. Okay, now to Renee. A monthly budget can help you achieve financial security by A, helping you choose stocks that are the most likely to increase in price, B, reducing the likelihood that you will face unexpected expenditures for maintenance and repairs, C, expanding the borrowing limits on your existing credit cards and increasing the number of credit cards you hold, or D, increasing your financial awareness and helping you allocate your funds more effectively.
I'd have to say D.
You're correct. Okay. Now back to Airly. Saving and the power of compound interest can make it possible for you to consume more and achieve a higher living standard in the future. True or false?
Can you repeat that?
Saving and the power of compound interest can make it possible for you to consume more and achieve a higher living standard in the future. True or false?
True.
You are correct. Okay, Renee. Your take-home pay will be less than your gross earnings because of taxes and benefits provided through payroll deductions. True or false?
Wait, can you repeat the question, please?
Your take-home pay will be less than your gross earnings because of taxes and benefits providing through payroll deductions.
True.
You are correct. Airly, you're getting ready for your first interview. You should bring all of the following with you except A, ID or driver's license, B, birth certificate, C, social security card, or D, report card.
Your report card?
You are correct. Renee, a resume is used for A, providing a snapshot of your work history and skills, B, providing proof of income, C, providing information about your credit worthiness, or D, providing a government agency of your place of birth.
Is it a resume or a, what, can you reread the question, please?
A resume?
Resume?
Resume. Okay, resume.
Can you reread read the question, please?
A resume is used for A, providing a snapshot of your work history and skills, B, providing proof of income, C, providing information about your credit worthiness, or D, providing a government agency of your place of birth.
I would have to say A.
You are correct. Okay, back to Airly. The use of credit cards to purchase and finance spending on items like food, clothing, and entertainment is highly likely to lead to serious financial problems. True or false?
That That's a tough one.
A little bit.
Do you want me to repeat the question?
Yeah.
Okay. The use of credit cards to purchase and finance spending on items like food, clothing, and entertainment is highly likely to lead to serious financial problems.
I'm not sure if it's highly likely, but I'm going to go with true.
You are correct.
Okay.
Renee, a history of late payments on credit cards, a defaulted car loan, and an unstable employment history will negatively affect your credit score. True or false?
True.
You are correct. Airly, according to some experts, you should begin saving by setting aside $1,000 in an emergency fund. True or false?
True?
You are correct. Renee, a credit card is an emergency fund. True or false?
False?
You are correct. Airly, how much of your income should you aim to save and invest? A, at least 10%, B, at least 30%, C, at least 50%, or D, at least 70%?
A?
You are correct. Renee, the first step in getting your spending under control is to A, seek help from a financial planner, B, consult a credit counseling service on how to get out of debt, C, draw up a budget of your current expenses, or D, subscribe to financial newsletters, magazines, or websites.
C.
You are correct. Airly, which of the following is the best place to set funds aside for surprise? I think we already did this. Okay,
Was that
we're
the
done
first
now.
question? Are we done?
Yes, we are done.
Early, we got all the questions right.
We're good at this.
Congratulations, you're both champions in our first morning show game tie. Good job.
Well, that does it for this edition of the Morning Show. Remember, for the best TV of all, each and every day, keep it tuned right here for New Hanover County Schools TV on the Learning Network of the Cape Fear.
Have a great day.
And a wonderful week.